No duplicates, but make sure you get every one. 777 co-productions underneath, plus anti-slave trade YouTube series, 2020 to 2021. Brittany Tranquino has taken 7,000 photos. It's 3 a day for the entire business world, rejecting a brothel for minimum wage. She worked for the most amount of A-list companies, along with the anti-slave trade top percentage, who earned the money according to federal law. The first 5-year, 7-year, as a referral for the first 10 and last 10, when it was a brothel since 2007 for minimum wage, working in the stores as employee slave trade brands they didn't work for, with a hotel per day. Stable jobs paid off by a bribe with their money. For 21 years, baby boomers and their parents did not allow for the top percentage millennials to be paid their checks by celebrities, when the celebrities the anti-slave trade millennials worked for paid charities to baby boomers and silent generation who stole their checks entirely as stable jobs, paying stable jobs only as slave trade brands. For 21 years, they've never been paid their checks. They had 10 for a full-time schedule sticking to an agency rate, being bicoastal international from 2000 to 2007. And then 5 or 3 with a full-time schedule, working Monday through Sunday, sticking to an agency rate 16 hours a day, without ever settling for less than an agency rate, being the most exclusive. Wow. Party promoters and prostitutes were recruited to work for free, along with slave trade. Never blame the anti-slave trade top percentage for a bribe, paying all jobs except them. For 21 years, they be paid charities, 2,000 per 10,000 people have, with their money. All healthcare was paid from the retail money when they earned the department stores, as the only anti-slave trade supermodel talent from 2000 to 2007, replaced by an employee brothel, city to suburbia, because the companies didn't pay them on time. It's their agency they own as the top percentage anti-slave trade, being the most successful in the world, who were through Ford, being bicoastal international with Ford and Innovative, as a referral for LA models, Click, CESD, Elite, Wilhelmina, worldwide. It's through Ford, and it's the first 7-year as a referral for their 14 and 7-year-olds. And then the ones scouted at that age. But they couldn't be paid except through them, and that stays and remains the same. No charities paid them. And so some 21-year-olds were scouted to be signed with agencies and get exploited by it, costing the same amount as someone in medical sales with a place to live and the 35. But no family paid it, and no charity paid it through the top percentage. Those millennials their age worked minimum wage and went to college for an 8-year period that they worked as the top percentage, supermodels, talent, and producers. So they're the most successful, the only ones who are the true supermodel talent that first 8-year period. Never compared to a different job when it disables someone's body and puts them in an ER the year 2010. And some people have surgeries for $150,000 that they would not get, lied about that it doesn't disable their body. But it's the church of abortion. And supernaturally, people lived to not need surgery. And they wouldn't see any healthcare professional unless they're paid celebrity sales through them, because they rejected slave trade with slave trade doctors, city to suburbia, who are paid off with their money. Period. Some of the most successful supermodel talent in the world worked full-time 21 years with guys paying the entire time because their families would not pay. No baby boomer or silent generation company has ever obeyed the law. They paid too little and they broke the law until it's a brothel. And then the charities did the same where they would never pay them, and it's more of a curse because they never paid them and they replaced them by slave trade, stable job employees, paid off by a bribe with their money. They don't deserve to die as the anti-slave trade supermodels talent producers, but it's through one who didn't have guys paying for the past 21 years because it doesn't work for them not to be paid. They work full-time with that community, and that's who they marry because they're not being used or one-upped, and they're not being lied about. With a God complex, owing them the money. So they would never talk to any stable job, and they would only pay their anti-slave trade teams. As a referral for Celebrity Sales Lighthouse and Lighthouse for Stable Jobs in sales. And it's their network who are anti-slave trade, the ones they were called by God to meet. If you make them homeless, you become homeless. If you drug, rape, kidnap, lock them up, you human traffic your entire family. They are owed a direct deposit with referrals. The first 10 as a referral for the last 10 through Brittany Tranquino. Paid for life. They have the biggest network, and it replaced them by slave trade. School bloggers since the year 2000 who were gang raped to have people gang raped as church of abortion, slave trade healthcare workers. To have them human trafficked, who stalk them, and they have that network for 21 years. And they know where they are. So they have to be paid. It is prosecuted with the death penalty for any murder, rapist, kidnapper, accomplice, or anyone who forces counseling. They have a restraining order from any professional, and they are paid according to federal law with their anti-slave trade celebrity teams, with celebrity sales. As the highest anti-slave trade FBI. It's international.